I say it every week. You know what that sound is. Time now for some of the biggest trending stories. Singer Billy Joel announced he was diagnosed with a rare brain disorder. Plus, Britney Spears speaking out after being called difficult during a flight. Let's bring in our NewsNation entertainment expert, Paula Froelich. She's here with the scoop. Hello, my friend.
Hi.
A lot of people reacting to Billy Joel's news. He's canceled all his concerts. We learned he's diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus, which impacts hearing, vision, and balance. I remember in Connecticut last year when he fell, he canceled a lot of the shows after that. But what are we hearing now?
You know, he's out for at least a year, and a lot of people are wondering if he's going to come back. This is, you know, it's a scary thing. You know, you have spinal fluid building up, and it really causes a lot of problems with your hearing, your vision, your balance. And you cannot go on stage like that. It's, you know, and he's terrified. I think right now he's doing a lot of physical therapy. He's really thankful for his doctors. But unfortunately, you know, we're not going to be hearing Piano Man live anytime soon.
And he is 76 years old. Do you think this was his last stadium tour?
It could be. It could be. Unfortunately, you know, let's be realistic. We don't know. But at the same time, realistically, you have to say maybe, because he also, you know, he's got a wife, he's got kids. Yeah. He wants to appreciate them, and he wants to really get better and make sure that he has a quality of life for the rest of his life.
Well said.
Now, he did do a statement, and he said Billy Joel has announced he will be canceling all scheduled concerts following the recent diagnosis of normal pressure hydrocephalus. This condition has been exacerbated by recent concert performances, leading to problems with hearing, vision, and balance. Under his doctor's instructions, he is undergoing specific physical therapy. He is thankful for the excellent care he is receiving and fully committed to prioritizing his health, frankly, as he should be.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, 76 years old. Here's
Yes.
for speedy recovery. We all love Billy Joel.
We do.
Let's move on to another pop icon, or an icon nonetheless. Britney
Yes.
Spears. We all heard about this. She was acting unruly. She was on a flight from Mexico to Los Angeles. They described her as difficult. What do we know?
Well, it was a private jet, but even on private jet, you cannot do anything that you want. There are still FAA laws in place. And Britney apparently had a little party. She decided to drink on the plane. Apparently it was vodka. Then she lit up a cigarette, and the flight attendant was like, "You got to put this out." And apparently she didn't put it out immediately. There were some issues because a lot of times, you know, people don't like being told what to do, especially Britney.
Especially on a private jet.
Especially on a private jet that you're paying 150 grand for.
Right.
But still, you can't do it. Anyway, she was met at the airport by government officials. They gave her a warning. And Britney is not really taking accountability. She's saying, "I had vodka. It was my first time." Now, if you believe that, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you. You know, and she took to Instagram and said, "Confession, it was my first time drinking vodka. I swear I felt so smart. And I said I wanted a cigarette so bad. My friend put it in my mouth and lit it up for me. I do so apologize to anyone I offended. The flight attendant called officials because I smoked a cigarette, 3 exclamation marks, and embarrassed me, which, geez, I thought was kind of much." Now, I mean, yeah.
I mean, she was released from her conservatorship. It's been 4 years now. So how are people reacting to this behavior, recent behavior?
Not just recent. I mean, let's be honest, she's had issues with fire in the past. She previously, in 2020, burned down her home gym. And last year, she burned part of her eyebrows off. And you know, then, of course, she's got the weird dancing,
on Instagram,
the knives, the whatever. And I think a lot of people are now saying, hey, you know what, God bless Free Britney, but maybe she should have been kept under the conservatorship. A lot of her family are really concerned, and they kind of have a right to be. You know, when you look at how she writes, she kind of writes like a middle schooler. And it really has this, you know, just very immature quality to it. And yet she is technically a full-blown adult.
Right.
So people are concerned, like, can she take care of herself?
She's almost 40 years old. She's a mother of 2.
Yeah, and by the way, should she just be allowed to be around sycophants?
Okay. Paula Froelich, thank you for the scoop. Be sure to subscribe to the Scoop newsletter for the biggest stories in entertainment.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.